statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Clemson Tigers taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Canes ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on! Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I'm not going to go play with that cat.
Back to throw, it's Duke. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half. You can all of a sudden see the body language of this defense. It has changed.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And some room to work. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out. And that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide, but to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Looking downfield, it's Cole. Turns it loose. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The kick is on its way. Catch is made at the 15. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's McMillan. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. They'll try the left side. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season. And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
The Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Back to pass, it's Duke. Wide open downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Didn't get much on first down in 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Here's the handoff. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Was too much. They get him at the 15. And there is little more difficult to defend than pressure right up the middle, and the big nose tackle brings it there.
And he starts right on the football. A lot of time he gets double teamed, right? Because he's right there and you got the guards next to him, but the big fella just uses his power, overpowers the line, gets to the quarterback, and gets the sack.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. Complete to start this drive. He's loose down the left side. The tag, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
They'll run the screen. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The running back has it. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Dropping back, it's Duke. He's got the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him move him inside. You see him move him outside. You see him move him in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster. And they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today. I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Oklahoma State stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Stillwater. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. That Miami offense back onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Looking for a man. It's Cole. Using the quick game. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Now, that's exactly your job when you're a defense. You know, they're going to make throws. They're going to make catches. I got to get them on the ground. I got to limit the yak, the yards after the catch. Nice job breaking on the football, getting the wide receiver on the ground.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
And the Canes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Cole. Caught near the sticks, it's Conrad. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
And the Hurricanes are marching down the field.
Military stunt.
The toss sweep to the right. Can't get him to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
All right, offensively, you're not having a lot of success right now running this thing to the perimeter. The defense was there. They were ready for that. You made one guy miss. They still got you for a TFL. You might have to think about getting back to running between the tackles now.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13.
The corner route will always be one of those staple routes versus zone. So if you see zone, it's a great job by the wide receiver pushing vertically. You see him threaten that safety, and then you break off to the sideline where it's really hard for that corner to get back in the play.
And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. It's 1st and 10 from the 13.
Here we go, set.
Use the play fake, now to throw. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
The Hurricanes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to throw, it's Cole. Here's a heat. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. He's looking downfield to throw. Right down the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Absolutely center cut. And with the field goal, we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively. Kind of makes you play responsibility football. When you get chunks like that on 1st down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Duke. Got his man on the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the 1st.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's the pressure. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. Fights off a defender. The Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the back. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quickly complete. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the 1st down. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10.
Ready. On set.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Now they'll run the draw. Oh, he's got some space. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Back to throw, it's Cole. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Hurricane!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds in the first half. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in the rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Cole. Got his man in the middle. He's out past the 35. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone.
There he goes. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Canes.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Virginia Tech is in front. They've played awfully well today. And while there's no Michael Vick out there, this group is fighting. They're up by a field goal over Alabama. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Red pass, it's complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Duke. He's got it. Turning it on. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game. That is exactly why they call the running back the safety valve. They used it, and they used it to perfection.
Yeah, and you want to push the ball down the field. You want to make those big plays, but you see the defense. They bring the blitz. I got the running back open, dump it to him, let him do the rest, let him get the first down.
At the 20, he's got space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now they'll try to answer. Pulls it, fired, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Now on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Cole. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, we haven't seen this very much today. A quarterback missing on a pass. Of course, his offense is rolling right now. He's already thrown 2 TDs. He's in a very, very good rhythm. The defense needed a play like that to try to catch their breath and maybe gain some momentum.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. Off the play fake. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Punt is on its way. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Creates a little room. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Moves away as he feels pressure. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Duke. Quick strike complete. Breaks into the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it past the marker. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Clemson. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And the extra point splits the uprights. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Oh, he's got some space. The 20, 10, touchdown Miami. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll try the left side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To throw, it's Duke. Pulls it in. It's McMillan. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Makes the grab on the left. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Selvia. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. It's a one-score game lead, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's McMillan. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
Listen, it's go time. We're trailing. It's the 4th quarter. We got to get a little bit more aggressive. I like the call. I like going for it, and especially because we made the completion and got the first down.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Got his man. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run, and he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
They go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. More to the board with that trip to the house.
and the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Virginia Tech looks like a legit contender right now. That offense is just having its way so far. They're up by 21 over Alabama. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Pulls and fires complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll leave it with him. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, they're trying to go toss on this play, but defense just wins at the point of attack. They're able to defeat the blocks and get the ball carrier down behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Cole. Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. How much lingerie is this guy going to leave on the deck as he gets it down to the 25? Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Line getting set on 2nd down. To the air, it's Duke. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with the W.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. On the ground. Touchdown, Clemson. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
To the air, it's Cole. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Nice job by this defense. You go dime package. Why? Because you know the offense is going to throw the football. Great job matching up. More skilled players on more skilled players. More speed on the field to defend the pass.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Under fire! And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a big 3rd down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack, because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. And as he throws, it's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.